Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Well, we're back for another week with Aran and Franklin. I'm here with Dave Franklin, and we're going to take an in-depth look over the next couple weeks into Aran and Franklin and everything they do. And in fact, today, Dave, we've talked about the Strong Home Inspection Program, but today we're going to a different area.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to talk to everybody today about a program that we've been involved with for the last 15 years. It's very big in Florida and Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and it's currently with Texas legislator for them to consider. Now, those moves a little slowly, but it's something that we're starting to see some movement on, and it's called Fortified Program, and essentially that is just a higher building standard than what the current code is.
What all does that include, and do insurance companies give discounts?
Yes, so that was the reason it hasn't really taken off over here in years previous to this is because there wasn't really an advantage on insurance. They since the Fortified, which is essentially the insurance industry, one of their branches. Some of these companies now in Texas, State Farm, Farmers are starting to give significant discounts to houses that are being built to this higher code.
I don't want to know names or anything, but you were talking about, didn't you tell me how much someone saved going? But what was that compared to the cost of having to do the Fortified? Because it is some added stuff.
Right. We recently had a client that built to the Fortified standard in Galveston. Their premiums they were looking at was about $16,000 for a yearly insurance premium. And I believe whenever they got the Fortified designation and all their other policy adjustments, they were down to like $6,000.
So it was over half.
It was significant, right.
If you're doing that on a home, how much is that going to add into the cost of a home?
Most everything, as far as continuous load path and the components they put in, like clip straps, hold downs, most of that's going to stay the same.
We already do that.
Right, you're already doing a lot of that. It's a little bit more engineering. There's a little tighter nailing patterns on things, but most of it is in the roof system. That is very specific. You know, they want you to tape the plywood seams. They want a very tight nailing pattern of 4 inches on the edge and 4 inches in the middle to get their plywood down. And then, you know, they really want to seal that roof deck really, really well. So, because in a high wind event, the majority of the damage comes through the roof. The roof goes, everything else is shot after that. So they've all determined if we can keep the roof deck intact and keep it sealed, then we've got a real good chance of protecting this home.
So more nails, taping it, because what you're trying to do more or less is keep that one shingle, or if the shingle goes, keep that plywood intact, because that'll protect the house, especially if everything's taped in that. But once you get that one piece of plywood, then it implodes almost from inside.
Absolutely, yeah. Once you start getting leaks, it just goes throughout the house. You know, so you're going from, you know, you've got ceiling damage, you've got floor damage, you've got wall damage, you've got to bring all your sheetrock out. It just starts, it really, and whenever, you know, especially in an area like Bolivar, whenever you have an event like that, you only have so many people who can fix that. So the best thing to do is try and keep it from happening in the first place.
Does a contractor have to be Fortified certified, or is that in the drawings? They know that, okay, we have to do, and when you put on a roof, does the inspector have to come out and inspect that there's nails every 4 inches?
That is one of the increased costs of Fortified. Fortified is a very worthwhile program, but the documentation that we have to do is very strict. It's very stringent. So we have to be out. There's more inspections essentially when you're constructing the home. There's a lot of photographs that they want. They want a lot of paperwork filled out. They have a lot of questions. So, we have designated Fortified coordinator who all they do is just look at pictures every day and just make sure that we're getting all that correct, because you don't want to get to the end of the project and then they say, well, we need photos
the
of
pictures
this.
of the plywood that went down.
Right. Yes. So but one of the things really that Fortified, we feel like eventually as you asked about the contractor does not have to be fortified in order to do it. We can guide them through that. Now we encourage them because it's a pretty easy class. It's a lot of things that these guys who are professional contractors here already know. So it's real easy for them to get that designation. It's just something. It's an extra little, thing
Certificate that they can advertise.
Absolutely.
Great, great. Well, if people want more information, maybe they're looking at building a home. How can they get more information on this?
Yeah, you can go to fortified.com. It's a division of IBHS, which is the insurance industry, and like I said, we've been doing business with them for a long time. We're the only engineering firm in the state for 10 years, and then after Hurricane Harvey, a few more started coming on, and now I think there's going to be a lot more because once you start seeing an insurance discount of that amount, that's what people are going to be excited about.
$16,000 a year down to $6,000, even $10,000.
Yeah, it was.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, and we had several houses like that in Rockport that built to Fortified, and it was the same thing. Once these insurance agents started figuring out how to write the policies, and like I said, you need to check with your insurance agent. If not, we have people that we could, refer you to that know how to do that. So.
Great. Well, for more information, like you said, go to the Fortified website, or you can also go to aranfranklin.com and get hold of someone there at their office, and they can walk you through. They also do home design, which would be a good thing to have them do for structural and for the fortification. They can design your whole home for you and make sure not only is it drawn right, but it's also built right through the inspections and stuff. So, Dave, thanks for joining us today. We'll be back next week with another in-depth look into Aran and Franklin Engineering, a local company and a big part of Bolivar Peninsula. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.